Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Dart Show live here at the Winter Gardens, Blackpool! Yeah, what an exciting night of action we've got in store for you this evening, because not only are we going to be witnessing time world champion in Gary Anderson, but we have a blockbuster tie for you this evening. Any Michael van Gerwen fans in the house? And who is going to be supporting Luke the Nuke Littler? Yeah, this really could be one of the greatest nights we have ever seen in match play history. We can tell you're just warming up, so we've got plenty in store for you. There are prizes to be won. We're going to be going through the games in a bit more detail. But Dan Dawson, this really could catch light tonight.
Yeah, when the draw was made last week, there were two massive games that everybody was looking at. Gary Anderson, Michael Smith, and MVG, the three-time champion, against Luke Littler on his debut here at Blackpool Winter Gardens. You will see both of those tonight. But who's here for Richie Edhouse?
I'm an Edhouse Ultra. Who else? Come on.
There it is. The Edhouse Ultras are in. I like it. I like it. We've also got the Aussie #1 Damon Heta, Ryan. So it is a stacked night of darts. However, we're going to go into those games in a little bit more detail because we've got various silly games to play.
We have indeed, but we are going to find out the odds because the favourite to win this title, Luke Humphries, he has got off to a tremendous start in this tournament. But two of the headline acts this evening, in Michael Smith, Michael van Gerwen, they're not even favourites to win their matches here tonight. So now we are going to find out the latest odds and invite Betfred's Mark Pearson up onto the stage to talk you through them. I'm going to get ready for a very silly game we've got coming up, but put your hands together. It is Mark Pearson.
Here we go, Mark. It's rough and ready tonight, live and direct. The stage is yours, Mr. Pearson.
Do you know what? I was a bit disappointed after last night and watching the football. What better pickup than the darts we've got tonight? 4 brilliant matches. 2 matches tonight, but are worthy of a final, aren't they? Michael Smith versus Gary Anderson and Luke Littler versus MVG. We're in for a cracking tonight.
Michael van Gerwen, the three-time world champion, the most successful player in the history of the Betfred World Matchplay that's in the field this year, and second only to Phil the Power Taylor, the man that made this stage his own, is second favourite in his game with Luke Littler tonight, is he not?
That is how good Luke Littler is. But if Michael van Gerwen wins, he's going to half in price, isn't he? So if you fancy Michael van Gerwen, back him on the outright. We're in for a brilliant night.
So is it basically you think that whoever that, I mean, basic odds this is, whoever wins that game tonight becomes tournament favourite, do you believe?
Luke Humphries is outstanding, but yes. Whoever wins tonight goes favourite, in my opinion, yeah.
It will be a very significant night, and all you guys are here to see it. Thank you very much, Mark Pearson from Betfred. You head over there. Go and watch this madness unfold, because Abby is down on the walkway to play a game of Play Your Cards, Peter Wright.
You know what? There is so much madness that I've left the prize on the stage. I've completely forgotten about bringing that. But we are going to play a game now. It is higher or lower. The rules could not be more simple. First of all, I want you to introduce yourselves. Of course, you're Damon Heta, but by day, what name do you go by?
Darren.
And who are we?
Maddie.
Excellent. Who are we here to see this evening?
Oh, probably Damon with you, yeah.
And do you think Damon's going to get the job done? It's a really tricky tie with Ryan Searle up first.
It is, but I think he will.
Right, let's get into the game then. It is such a simple concept. We're going to give you a player and their ranking. So, for example, if we say world #5, Nathan Aspinall, you have to guess whether they are higher in the rankings and closer to Luke Humphries at world #1, or lower and closer to Martin Lukeman at number 40. That is as high as in the rankings as we are going to go. Do you both understand the rules?
Yes.
Excellent stuff. So, could we please get our first name and player on the screen? It is time for Play Your Cards, Peter Wright. To Luke Humphries or lower. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we think? Higher or lower? They're all saying lower.
We go lower as well.
Yeah, lower.
Excellent. Right then, let's find out who our second player is. It is. It's you. It's Damon Heta, the Heat. So you are right. World number 11, of course, made his first major semi-final this year. Number 3. Are we going higher or lower? Higher or lower, everyone? Oh, we've got a bit of a mix, a bit of a conferring going on here. What are we thinking? Higher or lower?
Number 10 above him, aren't you? You've got number 10. Are we going higher? Yeah. Higher.
Higher, right. Are they right? So, needs to be world number 10 or better to keep you in the game. A reminder that it is a signed program. Oh, it is game over. I was just about to tell you what you could have won, and it was a Colin Lloyd signed program, but it is not to be. We don't have winners here. Thank you very much for taking part. We are going to have 4 winners on that stage this evening. That's guaranteed, but are we going to have any more than that, Dan Dawson?
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, we were too busy trying to fix the darts. Anyway, look, I have a burning question for all. Have you ever sat down to have a nice, refreshing alcoholic drink and thought, not enough cinnamon, not enough cinnamon? Well, now that has been sorted with Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, and that is why these two are dressed in this fashion for the Fireball Bullseye Challenge. What are your names and where are you from?
I'm Dan, I'm from Morecambe.
And?
Hannah from Morecambe.
Dave Chisnell territory. Not a good time to be a Chizzy fan after last night.
Not at all. We can't do
Anything.
Not saying anything. However, Dave Chisnell only managed to win 2 legs last night. However, if you can hit some bullseyes over the course of this, we are going to give you not only these high quality Betfred World Matchplay shirts. Touch it, feel it, admire the quality. The smell. Didn't know she was going to go for the smell, but it's better than I expected. We will give you, if you get 3 points, we will send a bottle of Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey directly to your house. Only one of your houses. Your address. She's already made that claim. She's sorted that out. But if you get the stretch goal of 6 points in this game, I'm going to give you this signed shirt by none other than former Betfred World Matchplay champion Rob Voltage Cross. Would you like to touch it?
Oh, go on then.
You can't touch it, not unless you win it. They are the rules. Ladies and gentlemen, they will throw the bullseye for 60 seconds. 3 points for a bull, 1 point for the 25 or the outer bull. They have got to get to 3. If they get to 6, they're going to win the whole lot. Are you ready?
We're ready.
They're ready. This is the Bullseye Challenge.
You know they're in the bullseye to go ahead. The bull. Oh, what about that?
Okay, right. They say they're ready. They are dressed for the occasion. Their 60 seconds throwing at the bullseye starts now. Off we go. Bit of encouragement in the room for these guys, perhaps? That's what we like. They've already suffered the disappointment of supporting Dave Chisnell last night here at the Winter Gardens. Will they be doubly disappointed? Oh, my word. Okay, we're still pointless at the minute. You might want to get a little hurry up. I'll give you that dart back. We are still searching for our first point. We are still searching for our first point. Should have started that stopwatch, really, shouldn't I? Oh, yeah. Okay, there are flights going everywhere, but no darts going in the bullseye. And there is not a great deal of hustle going on in this race to get as many points as possible. I've no idea what time is left. In fact, my phone's telling me some time in Manamar in Bahrain. So let's say you've got 10 seconds. 10 seconds, fancy having a go, or we're just going to give up? Give us a dip, right? Okay, it's all got rather hectic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carnage, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Come on in here. You didn't hit a single bullseye. You did not get a single point. You have broken the darts, and I was seriously worried about you breaking the stage. But have you had a lovely time?
Had a lovely time.
Time ever.
The best time ever, and because of that, you are going to get these Betfred t-shirts. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take the broken equipment off you. Thank you very much for playing. You head off down there. We're going to talk about the serious stuff right now.
We have promised you high quality tonight, and we promise the real players are going to deliver that. We promise you that. So we are going to take a look now in a bit more detail at the 4 games we have got coming up for you. First up, it is Damon Heta. Any Aussies in the crowd? I was expecting a few more boos than that, I'm not going to lie. He is taking on heavy metal Ryan Searle. Of course, both of these players won their first ever match on this stage last year. We've got a few Ryan Searle fans in here. Damon Heta needs to get over that disappointment of the World Cup, though.
Yeah, it was disappointing at the World Cup, but that was a rare disappointment. Look, there is nothing between these guys. The bookies can't split them. They both came here the first couple of times at the Matchplay, didn't win a game, but both made the quarterfinals last year. They've both won one title this year. In the same weekend, they are neck and neck in every single metric. Their averages this year, it should be a tight game. I'm hoping it's going to be a really good one. I think it's a very, very difficult one to predict.
However, it is Ryan Searle who leads that particular head-to-head. Then the second match of the night, a real mouthwaterer. Any Gary Anderson fans in here? Who's cheering on the Flying Scotsman? Yeah, and he is taking on bully boy Michael Smith. Any Michael Smith fans? We can see a shirt here in the front row. Now this one really should be a belter. Gary Anderson statistically has been playing better than anyone else, but bully boy, 15 apiece in their head-to-head.
Yeah, look, it's a very difficult one to call, and Gary Anderson does come here having played amazing darts all the way through this year. But he did that last year, and Darryl Gurney ended up giving him a bit of a battering. It wasn't really any of Gary's fault, it's just that Darryl Gurney was superb, and we know that Michael Smith is capable of doing that. Again, it's a tricky one to call. This is why it's one of the standout ties. We have a former champion in Gary Anderson, won one of the greatest ever match-play finals, possibly the greatest, against Mensur Suljovic, certainly the longest. But Michael Smith has been to the final himself, only losing out to Rob Cross. Whoever wins that will really fancy going on a deep run. Right,
now we asked you about this third match a little earlier. I want to see if you've warmed up at all. Who is supporting mighty Michael van Gerwen? And who is backing Luke the Nuke Littler? Yeah, that's more like it. You've livened up a bit now. Now this one should be really, really tasty. Luke on debut on this stage. Mighty Michael van Gerwen, though, a lot of question marks over his form right now. He's as likely to average 88 as 108 right now, Dan.
Well, look, I mean, it's not the first time they've met. They keep running into each other. In the Premier Leagues, I've seen that a lot. We've seen them play on the World Series, and there's not much in it. Michael van Gerwen actually just edges it. But for every game that has been utterly sensational, there's been some average stuff in there as well. And the past few games, they've only been averaging in the low 90s, the pair of them. I do not know what to expect. And while Luke Littler has been utterly sensational in everything he's done, the debut in the Premier League, the debut in the Players' Championship, the Euro Tour, the World Series, he hit 9 darters and won the lot of them. But this is a different stage. This place is a different place from anywhere else in the world of darts. It took Michael van Gerwen a few years to get good here. We'll see if Luke Littler hits the ground running, because he has done in everything else he's done.
And as if that wasn't enough for you, we then have Hollywood rounding off the evening. Any Dobie fans? Yeah, the biggest cheer of the night for Hollywood Chris Dobie, but wait for this. Any Richie Edhouse Ultras in the crowd? Yes, I'm going to join in that one. How could you not be? He is enjoying such a sensational time of it at the moment, on the Euro Tour in particular. How on earth do you call this one?
This man has come dressed as Richie Edhouse.
Yeah.
That is what has happened. He's even got the arm sleeve. Look, Richie Edhouse has been playing the best darts of his life for about a 3 or 4 month spell this year. It has got him a debut at the World Matchplay. He might have dropped off a little bit lately, but if we forget about that, then he can give Dobie a game. But look, Chris Dobie's one of the world's best players, and he's going to be a threat. I think you're in for an incredible night of darts. And if you want these guys to perform and play world-class stuff, because, crikey, you have got a heck of a lineup to watch, give them the respect they deserve. Don't whistle when they're throwing. If you do your part, they are more likely to do their part. We've already seen a 9-darter here at the Matchplay this week, Dimitri van den Berg. Only once before in the history of this tournament have we had more than one 9-darter. There's a real chance that we're going to see it again this week and maybe even tonight.
Tonight is going to be special. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourselves. It's later than you think.